Mm. 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 You called me close, said just lay right here, but my skin flared up and you weren't near. I said I'm healing, you said you'll be fine, but love don't ignore the warning signs. I've been praying, but God feels far away. 'Cause I'm not saying what I feel, and that's where my heart starts to break. I just need something that's real. If I run, would you chase me? If I cry, would you stay? Or would you miss the meaning of the words I'm too afraid to say? You pulled me in like it meant no harm, but the cats made fire on my arms. I said I'm fragile, you just exhaled like my warning was a wind that failed. I've been reaching, but love slips through my hands like I'm just sinking where I stand, and that's not what we said this would be. I just need someone who sees me. If I fall, would you hold me? If I leave, would you pray? Or would you lose the moment while I quietly drift away? I need you to fight for me, not just say it's too much.
Feeling like I'm on my own again, but his love made me strong again. Well, God, I'm back again. I've been rapping without the pen. Let's talk about life. I need your love when times get tough. I've been reading your word to help me fight. Help me get out of this hole that I'm in. I'm dropping these teeth through the night. I ain't been feeling the love. I need your peace. I need to see you in my sight. The ones I love rejecting me. They can't make no time for you. That's fine with me. I know how you feel, God. They only call you whenever they need something. Lord, I'm anxious. I'm in my head. Can't even lie, God, I've been sad. Still in the trenches, it make me mad. Been in my feelings about my past, but I'm trusting you. Lord, can you stay by my side? I don't know what to do. Broken heart holding on. Can you walk in my shoes? I can't fail on. It's so much I can lose. It's so much I can lose. Feeling like I'm on my own again. You're not alone, but his love made me strong again. My God, they've been telling me to give up. Demons better run. I'm protected by his angels. He's the one who wiped the tears away. They still looking for a hero to save. my wife. Lord, give me patience, I need your wisdom, hope I do everything right. I wanna be the man I know she need, help me to sacrifice. I wanna do the same thing Jesus did, I gotta give my life. Praying for Ian, praying for Bo, praying for Sean, you already know. Lord, help me help your people, they got scars, already know that they need us. Gave my life to God, all that I do, I gotta go do it for him. Jesus, I've been Lord, take my heart, I need to be healed. It get lonely sometimes, that's why I need you on my side. No, I can't do it alone, I got in your word, the only thing keeping me strong. I need your peace, I need your grace, I hit my knees, I gotta pray. I can't lie, I feel your presence, do all I can to see your face. Feeling like I'm on my own again. You're not alone, but his love made me strong again. My God, they've been telling me to give up, demons better run. I'm protected by his angels. He's the one who wiped the tears away. They still looking for a hero to save us. He's the one that keep you strong. My God, Jesus, Jesus.
We have got to the point.
He is the one. Yeah. Okay, I'm one of the ones. A new creation, one who believes I am a child of God. A holy nation, friend of the king. I'm protected and I'm loved. I'm an heir, so on the seas. I've been forgiven, I have been freed, I have been chosen, I've been redeemed. Okay, I'm one of the ones. One of who? One of the unashamed, unashamed. Never do I hesitate to die to call upon his name. Call him mighty God, call him Jesus Christ. He's the King of kings, he's the one who reigns. He's the Alpha, Omega, Jehovah, and we give him glory because he is the one. Yeah, do we walk through the valley? We will not fear any evil. We running and not growing weary. And soaring on wings like we eagles. We getting rid of our pride and stepping away from our ego. We keep our lips from telling lies. Our tongues from speaking the evil. We got on the armor of God. Built the truth, the shoes, the peace. We know that the devil's a lie. The word about him will lose and sleep. We been depending on God. He said his grace is all we need. So where we keeping our minds? We keeping our minds stayed on me. Cause he is the one. I done been in the world, but I never been friends with the world. Maybe because I'm not of the world, I don't follow the world. Even if I'm meant to take an out, then it's probably out of this world. I'm a model of the world, I'm a represent God on this earth. In and outside of the church, the Father is first. I don't have a physical Bible, but baby, my Bible at work. I know God is the one that supplies me with all that I need. That is through Jesus Christ, and I'm certain that all things are possible if you believe. So keep on speaking life. I know from the love of God that nothing can separate me. Not even death, either life. I know poverty catches up with you, my slumber or sleep. So I'm into sleep at night, and the Lord is my strength. But who should I be afraid of? I fall on my knees and repent. He's better than what I done gave her. If I am the one being sent, Satan gon' see what I'm made of. Man, if you had any sins, I'm telling you now, he will change her. It's a delicate thing when I say I'm a step for the king. I put that on everything. With a mess, I'm clean. I don't mess with the devil, it stinks. I love and respect Elohim, he be setting us free. We know that all things are working together, declare and decree. Do you know of all the things God is preparing for me? No, it's never been seen. Okay, I'm one of the ones, a new creation, one who believes I'm a child of God, a holy nation, friend of the king. I'm protected and I'm loved, I'm an heir, so on the seas. I've been forgiven, I have been freed, I have been chosen, I've been redeemed. Okay, I'm one of the ones. One of the unashamed, unashamed. Never do I hesitate to die to call upon his name. Call him mighty God, call him Jesus Christ. He's the King of kings, he's the one who reigns. He's the Alpha, Omega, Jehovah, and we give him glory because he is the one.
All right. Hey, yo, what's good, gang? What's good? How y'all doing out there? How are y'all doing? What's good, family? Greasy gang, we back. We back. We back for another one on this Sunday evening. We back for another one on this Sunday evening. Dropping the building. Please hit that like, hit that subscribe button, share the live, whatever you feel like doing, bro. Let's do it. You see what I'm saying? Welcome to Kickback Sunday, bro. Laughs, love, real talk. That's all we doing. You know what I'm saying? We just here. If you hear my voice right now, that means you done survived another week. You see what I'm saying? You gotta be proud of yourself. Another week of foolishness, another week of bills, another week of group chats. You know, you up. You up. You feel me? You up. You done survived texts from your supervisor breathing down your neck for no reason. So go ahead and grab a plate, you know what I'm saying? If you eating this time of night, you know, grab a drink, keep them shoes off, you know. And we just vibing tonight. We just vibing tonight, you know what I'm saying? So, it's Kickback Sunday, you know what I'm saying? Roll to 50 subs. We easing on up there, you know. Appreciate everybody that sub, that participate, that come on in, that join in the fun, join in the festivities. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? You know. So hopefully, hold on, look at it. I'm sorry, I got a little sidetracked. Yo, but you know, you paying, if you ain't here, bro, drop where you from. You know what I'm saying? Drop where you tuning in from. You know what I'm saying? Or drop what you're eating on. Drop what you're drinking on. You know, just drop something in the chat. You know, just let me know you in the building. You know what I'm saying? You can drop a number 1 in the chat. You feel me? I like the number 4 or 6. You know what I'm saying? That's just me though. You know. But it's Kickback Sunday, man. It's Kickback Sunday. And tonight we just talking about everything and nothing at the same time. If you can understand my vibe. Tonight we just talking about everything and nothing at the same time. You know, that's the beauty of a kickback. That's the beauty of a kickback. You can talk about everything and nothing at the same time. You know, ain't no script, ain't no agenda, just vibes. We just looking for vibes. We might hit relationships, might hit family, might hit work, you know, might hit church folks, neighbors, might hit social media, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Whatever y'all throw, whatever I feel like coming up with off the top of my head, off the dome, or whatever y'all throw at me. You see what I'm saying? So if you come up with something into your mind, you know what I'm saying? Drop it in the chat. And just say, yo, talk about this. You know what I'm saying? How we freestyling tonight? We are freestyling tonight. Because it's Kickback Sunday. Feel me? First of all, can we talk about how Sunday got 2 personalities? Can we talk about that? How people have 2 personalities on Sunday. Can we just talk about that? Like I said, we talking about a lot of nothing, but a lot of something too. You see what I'm saying? Because it's the kickback vibe. So, because on them Sunday mornings, people be like, thank you, Lord, for another day. I'm so grateful. You know, I'm walking in my peace. I'm letting go of all the negativity. That's what most people do on Sunday morning. You see what I'm saying? On that Sunday morning. But that Sunday night, be like, Lord, why I gotta go back to work tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? Can we extend the weekend? Can we sign a petition to change this stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, because I ain't gonna lie, bro. When that weekend go by so fast. It go by super fast. Once you get off that Friday evening, bro, that Saturday, especially if you got something to do, whoop the whoop. Once you do something on that Saturday, or you know it, it's that Saturday night. And Sunday, if you get up and go to church or if you watch the football, whatever it is your thing is, it's gone. It's time to get in the bed and be ready for Sunday morning. Monday morning. Go back to that. At 9 to 5, they call it. You know what I'm saying? I wish they had a petition to where we can change to a 4-day work week. I ain't gonna lie. Whoever made up the work week need their book with. But if they could change to a 4-day work week, man, that would be magnificent. You know what I'm saying? Every week you got 3 days off. Because Friday is considered the weekend anyway, ain't it? So if Friday considered the weekend, we shouldn't be working on Friday. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we need that day off. I'm gonna talk to some congressmen about that or something. See if I can get somebody to change it up. You see what I'm saying? Somebody to change it up. See if we can get that Friday off and we can have a 3-day weekend. You know what I'm saying? It would be nice. But if you ever know, like, I don't know how many people pay attention to what they got going on, but them Sunday nights smell different. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not a bad smell, you know what I'm saying? A smell like, because you almost know you got to go back to work. And that smell before you go back to work is like laundry detergent, you know what I'm saying? Or hair grease because somebody getting their hair done or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, them Sundays smell like that, you know what I'm saying? Or you hit a little anxiety because you really don't want to go back to work because you want another day off. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Your mama used to have you in the kitchen making sure the dishes were done, you know what I'm saying? Because she didn't want to wake up no mess on Monday, you know? Like, you had to have that kitchen clean before you went to bed. You know what I'm saying? You had to have them dishes washed, you know what I'm saying? And they weren't playing that. You ain't go to bed with no nasty kitchen. Mess around, leave that plate in there we want to. We ruin your whole week. Your whole week messed up because you left that plate next thing on Monday morning. I'm telling you. Like, well, I don't know how it will for y'all, but I'm just speaking of me. You know what I'm saying? Just speaking off of me. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Like I said, drop something in the chat. Whatever y'all want to talk about, we're going to talk about tonight. Like I said, we talk about a lot of nothing and a whole lot of something. You see what I'm saying? That's what we're doing tonight. Like, and I don't know if y'all realize it, like every black family seem to have that same bottle of pine sol, you know, that been in that cabinet. It seemed like it been in that cabinet for years. You know what I'm saying? They got it under the cabinet. You know, you had to put that pine sol on the floor, you know, on the kitchen sink, or you know, on the countertops, you know. That's what you had to use to clean up with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be the same bottle, halfway gone, but never empty. It was almost magic, like it refilled itself. You know? That pine sol and that Blue Dawn dish soap. I don't know how many of y'all remember that, but that pine sol and that Blue Dawn dish soap, shoot, them two things almost outlive you, for real. Like, you move houses, they move with you. I'm telling you. Like, that's the generational wealth right there. That pine sol and that Blue Dish Dawn soap. I'm telling you. Like, for real. So, I don't know, man. We just talking. We just trying to catch a vibe. You feel me? But, like you ever gave somebody directions to a place because you were familiar with the place because you from the South. You know, somebody asks you for directions and you give it to them, and you giving them directions off places that don't even exist no more. places that you knew used to exist and they don't no more. And you like, hey, go down there by the corner store and take a left, and then the corner store is not ain't even there no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying you're gonna tell somebody, hey, go down yonder, past where the Piggly Wiggly used to be. You know what I'm saying? And they already lost because they don't know nothing about where the Piggly Wiggly used to be. You know? And it's like what they supposed to see now. They lost because they looking for the old Piggly Wiggly, and it ain't even there. That's how they do it in the South, bro. They just be giving directions like, oh man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna tell them, yeah, you're gonna pass where they used to have a parade at, you know what I'm saying? And then keep straight till you get to the tree that's struck by lightning at 98 years. And then make a left by old Miss Johnson house. Like she don't live there no more, but her spirit still do. Like, what? Like Southern directions like be like a history lesson, bro, like for real. Like if somebody ever give you direction that's in the South, it's like you getting a history lesson wrapped up in it. You don't just get there. You learn who divorced who used to own the land, and why, and the way, and all this and that. Like, it just be crazy. Just saying, bro. I'm just talking about a little bit of nothing, but a little bit of everything. You feel me? And while we at it, them Southern goodbyes. Why take us 11 minutes to leave one place? You'll be in the doorway for a whole episode of a TV show. You know what I'm saying? You stand up like, all right, then I'm finna get out y'all way. 3 conversations later, you still sitting there in the living room. You make it to the door. Well, let me get on down this road. They follow you out to the car. Y'all standing out to the car talking. Door half open. You have inside the car. You have outside the car. And still talking like, yeah, I'm gonna see what they talking about at work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, it take us a good 30 minutes to an hour to 45 minutes. I say 30 minutes to 45 minutes from the time we first say we finna go to actually leave. Like, cause it's almost like every time you get ready to leave, you think of something else that you need to talk about. Or they mention something that y'all need, that you want to bring up that you forgot. And they y'all having a whole nother conversation. And then an hour later, 45 minutes later, you just not decide to leave. Like for real, like that be how it be down here. Like you make it to the door and be like, I'm finna go, woo. And they bring up 4 more subjects and you standing in the door 30 minutes, still talking. Or y'all out at your car, you know what I'm saying, having a whole nother conversation that you forgot to have while you was in the house. You know what I'm saying? And don't try to leave your grandma's house quick. Like she gonna be offended. You feel what I'm saying? Them old folks used to be offended when you leave real quick, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like when you rushing off, like they be questioning, do you still love them or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, then you can be like, man, I've been here for 8 hours, grandma. You know? Dude, I'm almost on the light bill now. Come on now. But that's the thing about the folks in the South, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really don't know how to do nothing quick. You know what I'm saying? We talk slow, we lead slow, we fall in love slow most of the time. Like, we heal slow. Like, it's a slow process. But when we love you, now we love you. You leave our house, you get 3 to-go plates, you know what I'm saying? A word of wisdom, and your business get exposed to the whole family all in one trip. You know what I'm saying? Everything that happened in that one trip. Everything that needed to happen happened in that one trip. Everything out. Everything out in the open. For real. But All right, so I feel like Sunday in a relationship is a review day. Like Monday through Saturday, you just survive. You know what I'm saying? Because you working, you woo to woo, you barely getting enough time together. By the time you come home, you got the kids, you got to cook or clean, and then you got to sleep. Then you got to get back up and do it again. So Monday through Saturday, you just survive in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Sunday, you laying in the bed, staring at the ceiling like, do I like this person or is we just a routine? You know what I'm saying? That's the question. Do I like this person or is we just a routine? Like you ever been in a situation so long that it got seniority over everything else? Like you don't even know what to call it no more. That's not your boyfriend. That's not your girlfriend. That's her attention. They got vacation days in your life. You be trying to leave, and your heart be like, I got sick days I ain't used yet. You feel what I'm saying? Like for real. Like you ever been with somebody in a situationship to where it just seems like it's more than what it should be. And it's like you can't leave them, or you really don't want to leave them. They really don't want to leave you. You know what I'm saying? So y'all just there. You're just there like I've been here since 2020. Like I got stock options in this relationship, in this toxicity. You feel what I'm saying? Like I've invested so much into this. But why do we wait till Sunday, like to start being honest with ourselves? You know what I'm saying? You ever notice it? Like Sunday night be like, all right, next week, I'm setting boundaries. I'm not answering no calls after 10. I'm not dealing with no half effort energy. You know what I'm saying? And then Monday, at 9:47, your phone ring and you up. And you sitting there like, well, the Lord is still working on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Like, why do we wait till Sunday to try to act like, okay, now we want to be, now we want to change and set certain boundaries. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But hey, if you're in the chat right now, hey, you got one person need to let go of, but they still playing. Just a little sweet in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna call out nobody. You know what I'm saying? Just us acknowledging you need to sweep that situation out your life. You know what I'm saying? Spring cleaning, what they call it, but for the soul. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we all need to do a little spring cleaning. Sometimes we need to get certain people, individuals out of our life. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't a bad thing. Sometimes that's what we call growth. Making our situation better, evolving into a different person that can succeed in life. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta let it go. Just there for convenience. I am a real 327. Yeah, sometimes it is. Sometimes people is there just for convenience. But see, that's the thing. Why? Why would you stay in a situation just for convenience? Like, what does that do to your mindset, to you as an individual? Because at what point do you say, because I don't think convenience is happiness. You know what I'm saying? Just my opinion, but I don't think convenience is happiness. So if you actually want to be happy, at what point do you say, I got to stop being here for convenience and I got to actually seek some happiness for myself? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing, and a lot of people just so afraid to do that spring cleaning because, to your point, a lot of them, I think, is scared to start over. Then you gotta learn somebody new. You gotta learn their birthdays, their favorite color, what they like to eat. You gotta meet new families. You gotta whoop the woo. Like, so, I mean, I get it. I get it because sometimes the convenience is I've been in this routine for 10 years, you know what I'm saying? So why not stay here? But what good is that? What good is that to just stay in the convenience if you're not happy? You know what I'm saying? Hey, hit the like button for the main. If you're in the building, hit that like button. Once again, the link is pinned at the top of the chat. If you want to come up, you can very well come up and chop it up with your boy TJ. You feel what I'm saying? You can very well come up and chop it up with me, and we can have some dialogue. You feel me? Hey, I ain't got no problem with it because you get comfortable in routine. Yeah, but God, dog. But how long do the okay? So since you said that, so do that comfortability do that last forever? Because at some point, I feel like at some point you gotta want to be happy. That's the way I feel. I mean, cause just being comfortable, I feel like that's gonna lead to cheating, um, resentment, unhappiness. Like this gonna lead to all them things. You're not gonna have no. I don't feel like you have peace if you just living in comfort or convenience. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like you have no peace because I don't think people are excited to come home to comfort. I think you're excited to come home to peace. Or question is, can you have comfort, convenience, and peace at the same time? Can you have that? Maybe that's the question. Because if they got peace and they comfortable, maybe they are happy coming home. I don't know. I just don't feel like you can be comfortable in a routine and also have peace unless you've allowed yourself just to um, get to a point to where you say you ain't worried about that. You ain't worried about the peace in your life. Now, if you allowed yourself to get to that point, then maybe you can be happy coming home to just something comfortable in a routine. I don't know. I'm just saying, like it's that's a tough one. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I don't know. I just feel like where at what point do you seek happiness for yourself? That's what I just feel like. You know what I'm saying? Because you should want that. I think everybody should want that. You know what I'm saying? But not saying everybody do, but everybody should. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't want to just stay in that routine though. But real talk though, sometimes people stay tired of people because maybe they scared of the quiet. No, not because they so great. Because we don't know who we are without all the hoopla. You know what I'm saying? It lasts until someone gets tired and starts to take accountability. Hey, that's a great point. That's a that's a great point there. Now, you right on that one. You right on that one. So now because I'm comfortable in a routine. So now I'm sitting here and I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to get tired uh, before we talk about this, or before we hash this out, or before we decide to part ways for some happiness. Because the accountability only gonna come when to your point when somebody's tired, because now we're putting it on the table of what the situation is and what it entails. Now either you gotta start giving some accountability with what happened in the situation, or either I have to give some accountability of what transpired in the situation. But that only gonna come, to your point, when someone's tired. So we're both of us sitting here comfortable, and let's just throw a scenario out there. Let's just say both of us sitting there comfortable and both of us are waiting on each other. Will it ever come out? If we sitting there waiting, if I'm sitting there waiting for my significant other to get tired, and she's sitting there waiting on me to get tired, and we just going through the motions, going through the routine, and that's the case. For you know it, that's a life gone to waste. You might be 50, 60 years old, and a wasted half your life waiting on each other to get tired. Some people get stuck because because of what? Some people get stuck. Yeah, but get stuck. How you get stuck? How do you get stuck though? You get stuck by having kids, or by having bills, or how do you get stuck? Or you just stuck because you're too scared to change the routine? Which way are you saying they get stuck? Because some people do get stuck, but so I don't know. I was just wondering how you saying they get stuck, because I feel like on that Sunday night, because this is Sunday, so this is Kickback Sunday. So, because I feel like on that Sunday night is when everything gets quiet around the house. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the time, Monday through Saturday is kind of busy. You know what I'm saying? Monday through Friday, we got to work. Saturday, we running errands, with the woo, or shopping, whatever that may entail. But Sunday is when everything quiet down and slow down. And then on a Sunday night when it's calm, and it's just you and your thoughts. And you notice how loud that they really been in your life. And then for some people, that's when you be like, dang, I've been shrinking myself just for this person to feel big. Like, I've allowed myself to be in this situation, just comfortable going through the routine and shrinking myself so this person can feel big or acceptable in who they are. So I don't know. I'm just talking about a little of nothing and a whole lot of something. You feel me? So I don't know who I'm talking to, but if somebody listening right now, and you got somebody in your world that only call you in chaos, only text you when they lonely, only show up when they need something, but when you going through it, they nowhere to be found. That's not a relationship. And it might be time to cancel that, whatever that is y'all got going on. Mostly out of fear of being rejected or trying to start over. Yeah, because I ain't even gonna lie. That's a good point. Because I ain't even gonna lie. I'm a man. I'm in my middle age, but I still don't like rejection. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I still don't like to be rejected. I don't care who you is as a man, that still does something to you. If you try to talk to a lady that you think is beautiful or look good and they reject you, like that's still that's still tough. Like I'm yet working on that myself. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a that's a doozy for some people and for a lot of people because, like I said, I still struggle with it. I've learned how to handle it better now. You know what I'm saying? Than what I used to, but I used to get mad. I used to get mad and want to get back at somebody that rejected me. What made you think you were too good to talk to me? Whatever made you think that in your mind? I'm just being real. Like sometimes people stay for the image. That's true too. Now that's true. Now that's I think that's one of the key factors. That's like number one or two on the list, or maybe one through three on the list. Because I can think of three that should be at the very top of why people stay in certain things, situations like that. But see, my thing with people is what's wrong with creating your own image though? What's wrong with and yeah, I can understand it takes a little work, you know what I'm saying, sometimes to get out of something that have created you to be a certain caliber of person. But when you have to start over, you got to do the footwork on the ground yourself to create or to rebrand yourself. I understand that could be hard, but it's like why? Like why? I mean, why? What's wrong with rebranding and being your own image? You know, because then you relying on somebody else to um, pretty much push you to the forefront uh, to keep your image alive. But some people, it's a lot of people that do that though. Like they feel like with that particular person, they're on a certain type of level and they don't want to let go of that level. So I just deal with whatever comes with it. And in return, to your point earlier, you're in a routine. You're just comfortable because I want to make sure I keep this image. I want to make sure people keep okay. I want to make sure people keep seeing me in a certain light. You know. Sorry. But yeah. So I can feel you on that. They definitely want that image. But we just talking about it, man. We just talking about it. I appreciate your comments though. Appreciate you for tapping in. Appreciate you for commenting. Um, I think you're a lady. I think you are by reading your name. I'm not for sure, but I think you are a lady. So if I'm wrong, please correct me because I do want to say she most of the time when I address you, and I just been holding it in because I'm not sure, and I didn't want to kind of disrespect you in no type of way. So appreciate you tapping in though. Appreciate your comments. Keep them coming. But we just talking. We just trying to catch a vibe tonight. That's all. So, but to the people out there now, before you start blocking people, like don't and blaming me for what I said or what we said, because it's the comments too. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't said leave them. I ain't said leave everybody, but sometimes you just gotta think. You know, sometimes you gotta think about your situation and what's best for you in your situation. And sometimes it is best for you in your situation to stay in it. and just be comfortable in it, in that routine, and just live out your life that way without happiness and peace, then hey, who am I to tell you you need more? If that's what you wouldn't sell it for. This whole marriages that exist for the purpose of image, there is no love. You're right. You're right. But see, my thing is that's to me, that's the marriages that get down the road and end up in divorce like 20, 30 years later, and you see them. You'd be surprised they end up getting divorced because they in the limelight of things, in the public eye, they've portrayed this perfect persona to be this fairy tale marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like in people's eyes, they this image is great. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, I am in one. Okay, thank you. Okay, good. Yes, the name is I Am Aries. Okay, I Am Aries. Okay, I thought they were Marie's. Hey, thank you for clearing that up. Thank you for clearing that up. Hey, are you from Mississippi? You from Mississippi? I just want to know where you tapping in from. I just like to know because I just like to know sometimes. I'm sorry though, but it is whole marriages that exist off of that. You know what I'm saying? And then it's marriage that exists just off kids too. Because I've seen plenty of them that like once these kids get out of high school, first thing you know that the marriages or couples are getting divorced. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, and then once you start seeing a pattern of you, like, okay, yeah, these people just stuck around for the kids. It'll just make sure they had these kids in a certain type of environment, a certain type of situation once they got to a certain level in life. You know what I'm saying? So, I am Aries. Okay. I had your name so screwed up. I apologize. I had your name so screwed up. I please don't be mad at me. Oh man, your name was so screwed up. What? Oh, okay, I didn't know that was going on. Okay, cool beans. Cool beans. That about an hour ago. Okay, yeah. But yeah, I had that. Mhm. I apologize for that. But yeah, it be people that can stand in for certain things, just like you said, the image, keep it going for a certain length of time. But I just don't see how they go. Well, they do a great job. They do a great job in making it seem like they happy though. They do a great job in that. Yes, 20 years down the line, don't like each other and sleep in a separate room. Yeah, and see now that and that's my thing with it because I never want to get to that spot. Like I never want to get to a spot to where I'm married to you and then we end up um not liking each other and sleeping in separate rooms. Like at that point, we just might as well go on and divorce, you know. Because if we got to that point, one of us cheating. That's just what I believe. I could be wrong, but if we got to that point to where we went to the extreme of sleeping in separate rooms, that means I mean, I pretty much don't like you. I almost hate you at that point. You know what I'm saying? If I'm sleeping in a separate room, like that means I don't even want to be near you. Whoop de woo. We might well go ahead and get the divorce. We can go ahead and divorce. Let me go and find me somebody else to be with. You find you somebody else to be with. Whoop de woo. What's the point of sleeping in separate rooms? And to your point, I guess to keep the image up, to keep the people thinking we got this perfect marriage. But I'm sorry. At some point, I'm giving up on the image. I'm giving up on the routine. I'm giving up on the public eye, and I'm trying to find somewhere to be happy. And why stay in a relationship for the sake of the kids? Because you only teach them false narrative of what marriage is supposed to be. That's true too. That's true too. Now you do that, like, but see, hey, hit that like button. Hit that like button while we're here. Like I said, hit the like button while we're here. JWG says she's looking in my eye, but some people do that. Now I don't know why they feel like you have to sell your kids these dreams because, like I said, soon as they leave, go to college, or that last one is out, that last one graduate from high school, you see these people divorce, right? So I guess you could say they sold them a narrative till they were 18 of how marriage is supposed to look. You know what I'm saying? I guess you could say that. But you saying it's a false narrative if they end up getting divorced after they leave, after the kids get old enough. You saying that's a false narrative of what a marriage is supposed to be. But I mean, because if they showed it to them, by the time they're 18, maybe that child learned how marriage should look, even though they know it didn't work for their parents, but maybe they learned how it should look. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand the false narrative, but is it really false? Because they showed them how a marriage should look, but it just after the kids left, it was like, okay, now the parents just didn't have nothing in common no more. So it's like, okay, whoop de whoop. Someone is going to cheat for sure. And right, if we sleeping in separate rooms, ain't nobody faithful in sleeping in separate rooms. I'm sorry, I don't believe they is. Now I could be wrong, but if we are sleeping in separate rooms, either you got somebody else or I got somebody else, or we both got somebody else. But that's what I'm saying. At that point, why not? Why not just go on about your business? Let me go on about my business if we gonna do it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because whoever you cheating with, y'all could be happy. Y'all could be happy because you ain't gotta sleep in separate rooms. You could be with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, but I definitely agree with that. Somebody definitely cheating if we doing it like that. But I don't know, but a lot of people do stay in relationship for kids. I do know that. I've seen people staying for grandkids. I really have. Honestly, like I've seen them stay in relationship for grandkids, knowing that they're not happy, they don't want to be there. Woo to woo. They're allowing them. They're allowing the man to do whatever he want to do, knowing they ain't happy. They hearing all the backlash from it, but and I guess to your point earlier, the image, just to keep that image alive. We've been in a relationship for 20, 30 years. I don't want to let go of this image. But it's like how much can one person take in the public eye, or knowing that, just say you got a significant other, knowing that person is out there cheating and all of these um the festivities that he's doing out there is coming back to you. You know what I'm saying? And you willingly knowing how much can you take of that? How much can any individual take of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then who knows? I mean, you might could take a lot if you don't care. Or if you put yourself in a position to say, okay, I don't even care what you do no more. We'll do it. We still married. We good. I don't care what you do. And we're gonna stay together for the sake of the kids, the grandkids, to keep this image together of our family. That's tough. That's tough. That is tough, man. Let me pin the link again. That's tough. Like, I don't know how much I could take of that. If I say if I'm married to this woman now, and every time I turn around, I'm hearing what she's doing out there in the street. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm doing it too. The link is pinned in the chat, bro. If y'all want to come up, chop it up, woo to woo, you know what I'm saying? We talk about a whole lot of nothing and a whole lot of something at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, but see, I don't know how much of that I could take, but the only way it seems like it would be feasible to me if I'm doing it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta hear all about all your festivities because you doing yours in the limelight. You doing yours in the public eye. You ain't trying to hide it or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I gotta hear all that, like, come on, man. I don't know. I don't know if I can take that, but children learn what they live, and I say false narrative because of the image. Okay, yeah. Now we're going off the image. Yeah, that is false. Yeah. But see, if we say they learn what they live, then if that mother and father has stayed together till them kids got ready to graduate, or till they have graduated, then can we say they learn how to have a good family and just, you know, just live in it till you get everything else out of the way? You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying till you get the kids out of the way. So can we say that they learned that by living in a situation like that? Hold up. Let me add it to the stage. Hold up. We got one person want to pop out. Okay. Oh, for coming up here. Mic check, Miss Studio.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
I'm doing well. What are we talking about?
Good. We talking about a little bit of something, but a little bit of everything too at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But right now we're talking about dynamics of why people stay in relationships and what their kids may see from it. You know what I'm saying? I am Aries is making some very great points on this stuff. So we just talking about that right now.
Okay.
If you read the last comment, she said children learn what they live. And she said a false narrative because of the image. So she was saying that parents teach kids false narrative if they only stay there for the kids, and when the kids graduate, they end up getting divorced.
I agree with I am Aries. I agree with it because, like,
Hey, hold
a
up,
lot of
before you dig into it. I'm sorry, and then I'm gonna let you rock out. What did you think her name was? Did you read I am Aries when you first looked at that?
yeah, it literally says I am Aries 3287. Like, what did you read?
Okay, I don't know. I read,
Like, these are
I
words.
read, I read I am Maria or something, Marie's or something. Like I had her name all mixed up. I ain't gonna lie till she told me earlier. I had her name all mixed up. I just want to know. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I
What
don't
you
know what I was
saying?
saying.
You saying you agree with her on that that's a false narrative that they're feeding into them.
I agree because if you look at any kid that came from a divorce, and divorces get messy.
Yeah.
A lot of times, you'll hear these children who are now adults say, you know, my parents had to make me choose, or they have like a stipulation on relationships, and they often don't want to get married themselves because of what their parents went through during a divorce. Um, it's very easy to see that the parents, because of their disdain for each other, they kind of bring the kids into it in a way. And there is like a false narrative, right? There is like a fakeness to it. It's not, and because you're a child, you don't know that. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that until you become an adult and you have to deal with your own relationships. But these divorces bring about these broken kids who turn into broken adults who don't know how to fix the fear that they have of marriage because of these lies that's been told, and like these separations with their parents, right? Or even like even when the parents aren't even like married in the first place and they just shacking, you know. So yeah, it is like it's fake on every level, because some people like even stay in a marriage just for the kids, and to put out this image of, oh, we're unified. You see that a lot like in pastoral marriages. Sometimes the marriage is falling apart and one party or the other is cheating, or both, right? But the
Mhm.
kids like are caught in the middle because of the image that they're projecting to the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see it a lot of celebrity marriages, and it comes out later. You know, so I agree with I am Aries, because people do learn how to fake it in public and to suffer in silence because they don't want like that backlash. They don't want to be in the newspaper or talked about by the congregation. Like, who wants to be in the limelight for something bad, right? So there is an image that people put out because they're afraid. I agree with that.
So what do you think about if you get to a point, because she made a point a while ago where, let me see, bam, she said 20 years down the line, don't like each other, sleeping in separate rooms. Would you do that, or would you just try to seek for a divorce at that point, or like
Under what
what
context?
would
Like,
you?
I'm married and it's not going
Yeah,
great.
we talk about on the premise of being married. Yeah.
If I'm married and it's not going great, yeah, we might sleep in a couple of rooms, in separate rooms, like if we have like a heated argument. But the Bible warns us not to stay separated like that for too long. Don't let the sun go down on your anger, at least the devil tempt you. That's how divorces happen, when unresolved issues in a marriage are, you know, unresolved. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be, me personally, I wouldn't be sleeping in another room for too long. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna keep talking about it until it get resolved. If you love that person, that's what you would do, right? But I understand that sometimes people have resentment. Like, you can love somebody and resentment will grow, and you may feel like, well, I don't want to deal with the riffraff. I don't want to deal with the whining or the complaining or the moaning that this other person is doing, and that might be a reason that people tell themselves that this is a reason that I shouldn't talk about this. But I would absolutely talk about it. Me personally, like, it'll be live and living color every time we see each other. It'll be like, oh yeah, and remember the last time we spoke, we talked about this, like, every time on site.
Mm.
So now I wouldn't think that's
So,
me.
mm, so do you feel like because we were saying somebody gonna cheat if they sleep in separate rooms like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's a long period of time, or if we got to a point to where we definitely don't like each other.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I feel like somebody gonna cheat then. If we sleeping in separate rooms, I'm at that point. I'm like, what's the point? Because I never want to get to that point to where I'm sleeping in separate rooms with my significant other. Like, If I got to do that, then I need to be. I don't think I need to be there anymore. That's just me now.
Well, why is that?
You know,
Why do you think
because
that?
because what's the point? I mean, if we've gotten to a point to where we don't like each other that much that we should sleep in separate beds, then I don't think we need to be together.
So you'll get a divorce?
Because yeah, I need to be with somebody I like, or I need to be with somebody that's willing to still, in the midst of an argument or in the midst of a disagreement, that's still willing to be there for me or still willing to be beside me.
Oh, you want a
Because if
slave?
you
Okay, I got you.
no, not a slave, not a slave,
I
just
got you. You want a
someone
slave.
that's with someone that's willing to go through the trenches with me. Because
Going through the
at that
trenches
point,
with somebody
at that
doesn't always mean that we're gonna agree on something. Like just because and see that's I feel like that's the reason that's the problem with most people now anyway. You can come to a consensus without agreeing with someone. Like and that's true inside of a marriage. It's especially true inside of a marriage because this is a lifetime supposed to be a lifeline a lifelong partnership with this person, right?
right.
So
Mm-hmm.
like you're the Bible says that you can be angry and sin not. So it's not a sin for me to sleep in another room for a couple of days if I'm upset, if I need to cool down. If that's like, would you rather have like, what if that person has an anger management problem that they're working on with God, and you don't even know that because they've been hiding it from you, right? And you disturb them while they're trying to cool down, and they come to you with a knife. Then your life on the line. You feel what I'm saying? Like let people cool down. Like don't automatically think like, oh, because I don't want to resolve this at this very moment or whatever that it won't get resolved or this person don't like me anymore. You know, it's not about like when you inside of a marriage. Like helps. Like helps, but it's not about like. You there to serve the kingdom as a couple. You're supposed to be a power couple in prayer. You handling business when you delve into a covenant like that. You see what I'm saying? So you need to give that person time. Like I mean I can understand being concerned after a few months of this happening,
And
but
that's what
like
I'm saying. Like I ain't saying like 1 or 2 nights. Now I'm talking about like extended amount of time. I'm sorry, for an extended period of time
well you're a man,
that we
so
are sleeping in
obviously
separate rooms.
you're a man, right? So with you being a
Right.
man, you're the leader of the household. So it's your job to go and check in on the emotional welfare of your wife because women go through more emotionally than men do. Women have a higher mental load than men do. So why is it fair for me to be going through all these things and to not have nobody to share their load with? Like a man is supposed to be a bucket for a woman emotionally. That's why it's paramount to a man being emotionally mature because before he becomes a husband, if you're not capable of doing it, then yeah, we're gonna be sleeping in separate rooms. So I mean, it's literally always the man's fault. Like, I mean, you know, because it's literally always the man's fault. Because like a man has to like have these attributes before he becomes a husband so that he can deal with situations like this. This is what I mean. I'm not saying that women don't do no wrong. I'm saying that a man should be able to diffuse this. A true husband, a man of God should be able to diffuse these type of situations and it shouldn't take that long. But if that's a weak area and this man is already a husband, then of course there's gonna be like this resentment. There's gonna be this separation, and indefinitely probably. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have
Mhm.
the skill set as a man to hold your wife, to keep your wife. You know, and I'm not saying keep her in a marriage. I'm saying to keep her emotionally. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I mean, to a man, I would say man up. That's your fault. You need to read a book, and the book might need to be the Bible, so you can figure out
Mm.
how to deal with your wife.
Okay. So do you feel like food fixes arguments?
Do I feel like what?
Food fixes arguments.
Food only fixes arguments if you're in idolatry and that's your God. If food is your God, absolutely. Every time. A good meal make you forget everything.
Okay.
But realistically speaking, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think communication, understanding, patience, sacrifice, um, loyalty, humility, that's what fixes it. The fruits of the spirit.
From from
I
both
feel like
parties,
being
right?
mature, yeah, from both parties. I feel like being mature in the spirit is what fixes it. Giving it to God and laying it on the altar is what fixes it. That's why a lot of these people are married for so long. And the ones who aren't, when you talk to them or when you talk to a therapist who won't give out names, because of these agreements that they have with their clients, but they tell you the situations, you hear the same patterns. Like you start listening and you're like, oh, okay, these people didn't have the fruits of the spirits working inside of their marriage. They didn't have, First Corinthians, is it First Corinthians 13? Love is patient, love is kind, love is not self-seeking, like that type of deal. First Corinthians 13. Yeah, people should read that because like those things are what reel you back in, so that you can remember that this other person that you're dealing with, that you're married to, that you're in covenant with, that is your lifetime partner, is also a human, just like you.
So do you feel like he said, okay,
Thank
Miss
you. I
Studio,
am Aries.
preach. I am married. You need to come on up here. You need to come on up here. You ain't tell me where you from either. I'm trying to figure out where you from. I'm just being nosy though.
I don't know. In these YouTube streets, you want to know?
Yeah, because I mean I created this. This is called the Mississippi sector. So I just really want to know if she from Mississippi, not really. You
I
know
don't
what I'm saying?
know.
It don't
The
matter
Sugar
where she
Walls
from.
went from Mississippi.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? It really don't matter where she from. I just wanted to know because that was the whole thing when I created this to try to get more people from Mississippi to tap in. So it just be a plus. That's all. I'm just it don't really matter. But I was gonna say something else. Since she said that, and in my mind went to where it always go. Everybody always talk about y'all came to the studio. um,
It's
I
been a
was
minute.
gonna
I've
say
been on
something
a
else too.
hiatus.
Yeah. It's been a minute. I ain't been live since Wednesday, I think so. Yeah. I should say something. Hey, where did it go? Where did it go? I was gonna say something. Oh, okay. Do you feel like if you leave a relationship that you don't know who you are after that relationship? And
What?
that could be why some people I'm saying, do you feel like you're in a relationship, right? And you feel like, okay, if you leave it, you feel like you don't know um, who you are once you leave that relationship. You know what I'm saying? Could that be why some people stay in certain situations too because they're scared to um, leave because they don't know who their identity once they leave that relationship?
Could this be why people stay in a relationship because of
Yeah,
the lost identity?
yeah.
Well, this is like a multi-tiered question. Um, I personally believe that you find your identity in Christ. And
Oh, I'm
so
from the
if you
sip.
don't have an
Okay.
identity, if you don't have an identity at the beginning of the relationship, then you're the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, I don't lose who I am when I leave a relationship because my identity was never supposed to be built on a person in the first place. Biblically, identity comes from God. So, not from partnership. And that's why some people stay in relationships longer than they should because they confuse like attachment with identity. So,
Hmm.
leaving feels like they're losing themselves. You get what I'm saying? Like the Bible says in Acts 17:28, in him we live and move and have our being. So that means that who I am is rooted in God, not in who I'm dating. Does that make sense? And then the Bible
Yeah.
also says in Peter 2:9, like you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, et cetera, et cetera. But that means that part of it means like identity is given by God. It's not sustained by any relationship that you're in with Joe, Bob, Susan, Cam. You know what I mean? So like, and then even Jeremiah 17:5, it says like, cursed is the one who trusts in man, blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord. Like it's something in between that too, but I'm getting to the point, right? And what that means is if your identity leans too heavy on a person, then you will crumble when they crumble. So it's your fault if you go into an identity. If you're having an identity crisis and you decide to get in a relationship, let alone, God forbid, a marriage, then absolutely, when something happens to that person or when y'all break up, you're gonna be broken because it wasn't that that person broke you; you were already broken. You should. They're just like that's equivalent to um. I was gonna use an example, but I don't think I can say that on YouTube. That's equivalent to like everything I want to say is like braided mature.
Okay,
So
speak your mind. Speak it. Speak it. Hey, you already. Hey.
in short, no, I don't lose myself. When you only lose yourself when a relationship was your identity instead of God being your foundation. That's all I gotta say about that.
Okay. 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 I just one. Hey, like I said, we was
What
just
about
all
you?
rock people.
What about you? What do you think?
She said she from the tip. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate you. I am Aries in. You from the tip. Appreciate you. Nah, I got remember the question I gave. Nah. Well, I feel like I already have an identity. I feel like my identity is me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't look for nobody else to justify who I am and who I'm gonna be. Like,
You sound real powerful. My identity
yeah,
is me.
yeah,
Don't you know that
yeah,
Satanists say the
yeah.
same thing? Did you know
Well,
that?
I ain't got nothing to do with saying. I just know
I
what
mean, I'm
I'm
just
saying.
telling you. I'm just letting
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
They preach that.
yeah, yeah. That's
That's wild.
that's them.
That's wild that you said
I
that.
ain't got nothing to do with them.
Sound like a
I'm
pride
just
thing.
saying. Like, well, it might be. I have a lot of pride about myself. I mean, ain't no problem with that.
Whoa. You gonna say
Um,
that out loud? That's crazy.
yeah, that's
Wow.
I'm supposed to.
What?
Supposed
No.
to. You know,
Okay. Oh.
no, no.
Mm.
But yeah. But anywho, yeah, I don't need nobody to define who I am. I'm going to relationships looking for that. A marriage is looking for that. Like, no, I am who I am. So, no, I don't. If I break up with somebody, and I'm not lost with identity. I might be lost with finding who the next one gonna be, but I'm not
Mm-mm.
lost. I'm not lost with identity. You know what I'm saying? Are you good with rejection? If you try to
Me
talk to a
personally?
guy and he rejects you, are you good with that? Is that something that bothers you, or is just something that you sweep under the rug?
Man, I got rejected today. I was trying to shoot my shot at this real fine man. And he was like, "Oh, okay." And he kind of like walked out. And I was like, "Ooh, okay, dog."
Mm,
So in short, like, it don't really bother me. Like, because people like what they like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
yeah,
feel like we serve an all powerful God. I also feel like God got our best interests at heart. And I also feel like if God want me to be married and I go through him to be married, meaning that I don't choose the person that I like, I choose the person that he has for me. you don't think that that person will be attractive to me. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't think that person will like me back the way that I like them? Like, if we serve a God who only want to give us good things, wouldn't it be good to be attracted to the person that you married to? You see what I'm saying? So like that's why I don't. To me, that doesn't. That's not a factor. If guys like, because I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Like, it's been people who call me like absolutely drop dead gorgeous, and it's been people who call me like like beautiful, and it's been oh wow you got a banging body and this that and the other. Like guys really attracted to me, but I wasn't attracted to them. You know what I'm saying? And then it's been people who call me ugly, compared to like you know what they seen or what they like. Like everybody has their own thing that they like. Some people is solely looks. Other people is intelligence. Some people like charisma over everything. Some people don't even see any of that and they just see the money. And they just like people with money. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's their type. So in short, I'm not bothered if a man rejects me because that makes my job easier. You see what I'm saying? I don't like wasting time. So the quicker I can move on to the next person, the faster I get to my husband. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, make perfectly good sense. Yeah.
I mean,
all right, Mister. What you mean? What you mean? I am Harry. What you mean? All right, Mister. Some people are though because of drama and they have not healed and don't have a strong relationship with God.
absolutely. I agree with that statement. Like, you absolutely have to take time to heal when you go through something because, like, all feelings are valid, right? For that moment, it's what you do with the feelings that matter. Like, so I agree with that. Like, but I'm not finna sit here and sulk because the dude said he didn't like me. Like, this just like elementary out here to me. Like, if you think about it, everything that you was afraid of on the playground is like in a bigger arena now as an adult. It's the same thing though. You had people on the playground who played with you in kindergarten, and you had people who didn't. You might have been an outcast, and you might be an outcast as an adult. You know what I'm saying? You might have been popular, and you might be popular now as an adult. So it's to me, it's more of the same. It's just a bigger arena. Like now, it's just not at a playground at a specific school in a specific state. Now it's the entire world. It's international. Is the playground. You get what I'm saying? So like, if somebody don't want to play with me, I'm not upset. Like I just find somebody else to talk to because it's literally like 8 billion people in the world. And if you got a passport, like what you can meet new people all the time.
That's facts.
So why
That's
would I be bothered? Like, oh, I don't like you. Okay, thank you, sir. Have a great day. I don't never got to see him again. You see what I'm saying? Like it's like
yeah,
we could be adults. Like we have free will. Like I don't. What I'm supposed to do? Oh, you don't want to be with me? Pow, pow, pow. What? Like that don't even make sense. Like,
yeah. I'm just saying you gotta be careful because some people don't like that. Like some people hate rejection.
okay.
I was just asking. Look for that identity in relationships. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they do. And that's how you know a person not healed. That's how you know. Well, to me, that's the biggest indicator that they don't have God in their life the way that they should, right? They might know a person named Jesus, but they ain't got a relationship with him. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like,
it do make sense. Huh?
So why would I be? What about you? Do you take rejection well? You don't sound like you take rejection well, being all prideful and stuff.
I used to did. I used to did, but I've got to a point now to where I kind of brush it off now. Like now I could talk about it. Yeah,
wait. Let's stop right there. Let's not skim on past that, like you said. So, what do you mean? You take rejection well now as opposed to before? What's changed?
Well, what's changed is my perception or my growth on the inside of me. Because
What is that?
I used to I used to want to get even with people that rejected me some type of way.
Why?
Um, cause I felt like in my mind I felt like what gave you the authority to say that you wouldn't talk to me. Like I'm sorry,
What gave you the
I'm
authority
him.
to say that you
I'm him.
could talk to me?
I'm
Like, what do you
I'm
mean?
him because I'm
You're
him.
saying
That's
prideful.
it. That's what I've always thought of myself. You know what I'm saying? So and so I've got to a point now to where I, I can verbalize it to myself and not allow it to affect me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Bro,
I
it sounds
used to
like
really seek it
they
out,
got the big head
but
or something.
but now I don't seek that particular thing out now to get revenge or to try to get back at them. You know what I'm saying? But
That is a horrible
so
way to look and stuff. Like,
I mean, I'm just being honest. Hey,
I'm him.
it is what it is.
How dare you reject me, you peasant?
Right,
Who are
right.
you?
You,
Wait a
you
minute.
see you see who I am? Like, come on now.
I mean, but what if
I'm
I don't
sorry.
want you? Like,
I'm
and you
sorry.
like, what if I don't want you? So that's what I'm saying. Like, you be saying stuff on here that be making me feel like if you could, you would like tie a person up in the dungeon.
Oh
Like,
nah.
I feel like if that was legal, I feel like you would collect women. You know what I mean? Like, you be saying stuff. Wow, maniacal laugh. That's what we doing? That's crazy. That's
You
crazy that
funny.
you just
You
maniacally
funny.
laugh. Like, I mean, but
You
why was your
funny.
reaction a maniacal laugh? Like straight Mojo Jojo.
Because
Like,
that is hilarious. Because I know I wouldn't do that like that.
that's hilarious because that's
Like
exactly what I would do if
cause
it were
inside of me,
legal.
I'm really a kind soul. Like I don't wanna I ain't trying to hurt nobody. But
You just said that you sought
no,
revenge.
but see
What?
my revenge used to be in my mind it used to be like I'm gonna figure out a way to make you talk to me and then just allow you to realize that I'm still, you ain't better than me. That was
It
my
ain't about
revenge
being
used to be.
better than you. It's
To
about
me, it
you're not
was
my
like
type. Wow.
like I'm just saying. To me, it was peer pressure is a thing
Knowledgeable.
to especially in the South. It is peer pressure is a thing in the South. It really is. It really is. Like you got to be careful who you hang around in the South. Um, or you just got to make sure you have a strong mind. You know what I'm saying? Like them two things. So, but yeah, nah, that's just what it used to be. I'm sorry, it is what it is. But uh, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So how is it
What you
different
say?
now? Like,
Hello. Okay, I'm gonna answer that. Rejection is a little easier for the women than men because women will definitely move on to the next man. Will pick themselves apart. Yeah, and that's true. She made a valid point because that was what I was going to go into because you said what's different now. Um, because what's different now is, and that's why you hear me talking so prideful now because, um, and it ain't just that I'm just that proudful. It's just that I think highly of myself now, whereas I used
it
to
sounds like
when I
you
used
thought
to get
highly
rich.
of yourself then.
No, no. It wasn't really highly of myself, but I was at a point then to where if you rejected me, I would literally be in a state to where I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? Like to your
But
point, you
whose
say
fault
yeah.
is
To
that
your
though?
that's my fault because I allowed it to go there. But to your point, back then, I didn't feel like um people just had a what's the word I'm looking for? People just had a
Yeah.
particular taste or type of person. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever had a
So,
particular taste of type of person?
have I ever had it?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But
if you had a particular type or of a woman that you would like, what made you feel like they wouldn't? You don't see how
because
that's like
I felt like I
hypocrisy?
was, yeah, but I felt like I was that type. I felt like I was, even though I might
You
not
felt
have
like
been.
you was
So,
everybody
so
type.
yeah, I feel like I was.
Do you
Once I
still feel
got
like you
rejected,
everybody type?
no, uh. So once I got rejected, I would literally sit in front of a mirror and look at myself and try to pick myself apart to figure out what's exactly wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I too ugly? Like, am I too dark? Or is my hair too soft? Or my hair too long? Like, whatever you can think of. You know what I'm saying? Do I need to wear glasses? Do I need to wear contacts? Like, whatever you can think of. Do I need to lose weight? Do I need to gain weight? Like it used to be a series
So
of
you was a
questions
people pleaser.
that. Well,
You was a people
I
pleaser.
I ain't gonna say a people pleaser. I
That's
just
what we
felt
called
like,
it.
oh, that's what you called it? Okay, then. Well, you
Yeah,
can say
because you
that then.
care way too much
I
about what
just,
people think, like to your detriment, like to where your introspection is like literally changing who you are to appease to a specific person. Oh, well, she don't want me. Let me see what I can do. Well, I could go get a haircut, and then I can go on this 60-day fast, and then I'll just eat strawberries for the rest of my life, and then I'm gonna ask her again. She gonna love me then. And it's like, what? Uh, are you okay? That is a really narcissistic way to think. Like,
well, I ain't gonna, if you want to call it that,
I'm glad you're not like that no more. You say you're not like that, right?
no, I ain't like that no more. Like, no,
Okay,
I didn't
good.
graduated from that now.
What did you graduate to
So,
is the better question. Like, is it a worse version of that?
no, I just graduated. I just graduated to the point to where I realized that everyone is not for everybody. Like people do have certain tastes. People do believe that certain people ain't for certain people. So, and I don't get mad at rejection no more. Like, so
What do you do when you're
I
rejected?
could, uh,
Yeah,
I,
entitled.
I, I,
Entitled.
I am Aries now. Come on now.
I agree with that 1,000%. Like, you
I
sound
ain't got a
super
man on the panel
entitled.
right now to help me against both of y'all women. I ain't got a man
I
on the
mean, listen
panel
to
right
what you're saying
now. Okay,
though. Like,
but
it
I'm
don't
just
sound like
saying, like,
entitlement to you. Like, you like I deserve every woman that walks this earth because I'm him. Well, sir, you ain't Jesus Christ. Like, what do you
I'm
mean?
not,
You
but
didn't die for my sins.
I'm definitely made in his image. So, hey,
Are you though? Thinking
um,
like that?
yeah, it's what? Come on, Laura.
I'm not
Wow.
playing with you now. Here we go.
I'm just saying, but like, no, now I didn't graduate. Like I said, now it's I talk it out of my head. I don't try to act on it. So now it's like I can just talk it out and just let it go instead of trying to actually act on the rejection. So I feel like that's a growth on my
Oh
end,
wow.
learning how to accept it and move on. You know, so yeah.
Shame.
What's the shame?
Hmm?
What's the shame?
Oh no, I was just listening to the nonsensical things that you were saying.
Oh, okay. Do you feel like okay? Let me ask y'all this: do y'all feel like everybody need a therapist?
I think a lot of people do. I don't feel like everybody is broken. I feel like it's statistically speaking, it's literally impossible for every person to be like broken because some people have done the work, right? So those people would need therapists. So, but a lot of people that I run into do. You definitely need a therapist, in my personal
What?
opinion. My humble opinion. I mean, I need one too. Don't feel bad. I need one too. I'm trying to find a good match. Everybody I'm running into
Okay.
kind of suck as a therapist, so I'm
So okay,
I'm searching till I get it right.
okay. So now let me ask you a question. What do you expect from a therapist? What are your expectations from a therapist?
My
If you're gonna say
expectations from a
we,
therapist is like, so the reason why people get therapists in the first place is because they need tools to handle certain situations and circumstances, right? And sometimes we forget these tools, like we learn these tools when we're younger, and sometimes we don't. Sometimes some people aren't born into a situation where they had parents to teach them, or mentors to teach them, or family members, or you know, etc. Right? To teach them these
Mhm.
tools to kind of like cope with these things that we deal with in life. And so, what I would get from a therapist is like coping tools, right? Um,
Mhm.
Therapy helps. Biblical therapy is better, you know. Um, so I think most majority, a lot of people need a therapist, that I've run into, but I don't think everybody needs one. I think you
Okay.
do. If you could see me pointing my finger, but you can't, I'm pointing at you right now.
Oh, okay. 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 I
And like
mean,
I
I was
said,
just
I
wondering
do as
because I
well.
mean,
So
because I don't know if everybody need one, so I was just wondering. I thought that was a great question to ask
are you gonna
because
seek a
I don't,
therapist
I don't.
after this conversation?
Uh,
Wow. You said so much in that
I don't
silence.
know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you.
Yeah,
Like,
it don't sound likely.
uh,
Yeah, the way you answered it don't
this,
sound likely. So, what
this,
is your aversion to therapists?
yes,
What if I
most.
told you I was a therapist?
Okay. I did this. This is what I feel like. Okay, we gonna be completely honest. Okay, we putting it all on the table. Okay, nothing left on without. Okay,
Be nice.
so I feel like the therapist is um just somebody that's there because
There.
um
What?
I feel like to your point, you said some people is giving these tools at an early age, but see to my thing is these tools most of the time is out here free if we just decide to look for them and use them. So
But if
and
you don't
then
know
I
what to
feel like
look for, how can you?
but
I'm
the,
sorry.
but then I feel like most people I feel like most people is not gonna genuinely go to a stranger and let everything that they have going on with them, put it on the table to a complete stranger. So,
Well, that's why I said. I mean,
so if I'm
because
not gonna do
a
that,
therapist is like a relationship, right? So you would have to. That's why I said what I said. Like you would have to find somebody that you fit with, that mesh well, that y'all can. They got a good, like the young folks say, a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Because no, you don't want to tell like a complete stranger. You would have to build rapport. You would have to build trust with that person because it's a relationship. You see what I'm saying? And like when you
mhm,
have a great relationship, have you ever had a great relationship with somebody and you feel like you're able to tell them anything? Like that's the goal,
yes,
right? So that that person can like get down to like the root of what's bothering you and like give you tools to help you cope with that thing. So like no, like when you the on day one, it's not gonna like that's why you keep going so that you can build rapport. Or if it doesn't work, that's why you find a new therapist that does work. You know what I'm saying? You can't just like give up. Like, oh, I tried that once and it didn't work out for me one time. Well, you didn't really try, did you?
mm, mm,
It's not trying.
that's not trying.
No.
I don't know. I just don't. I don't know.
You can't succeed
Because
without failing.
to your point, even if a therapist is you supposed to build a relationship, and then for some people it's different. Some people it take years to build a relationship, and then some people it take a couple of weeks. So determine on what type of person
Well,
you are is
mm,
you saying I'm gonna pay this therapy. I'm gonna pay this therapist a year before I genuinely open up to her, like or her or him, whichever way it may
mm,
be. You know what I'm
That's why I
saying?
said, like, that's why I said you got to find your person, because, like, it don't take that long. If you've ever found a person that you just click with, it's an amazing feeling. And, like, a person that you got a lot in common with, a person that you feel like understand you, it don't take a year. You see what I'm saying? And if you're not feeling that,
Mm.
when you're building rapport with this person, then it's time to leave. You don't have to pay them anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, this is a service. But, like, if I'm going to a therapy appointment and this is a third one in and I don't feel a connection, whether this be a man or a woman, like, I no longer want to be a rapport with this person because I'm wasting my money and my time. But there are people out here who are really good at listening and who are really good at, like, building rapport with people. And, like, this is what God ordained them to do. And you just have to find those people. You see what I'm saying? That's why I said, like, it's more of a journey and not necessarily a destination. Like, you have to seek these people out, because everybody is not going to work for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like dating, like finding a therapist. You just got to find somebody that fit.
Right.
So, like, it shouldn't take a year. You should know after the first or second or third attempt with this person if this
Most
is gonna work.
most people in the South are taught to deal with problems on their own and definitely don't want to add a stranger in on their issues. I see that.
I,
And
and see, yeah, I feel like Talking
like
Crazy has this mentality, for sure. I think, yeah, I think you have this mentality, host, because, like, you seem adverse to, like, a therapist. You seem like, what's the point of paying them money? And it's kind of like, well, if you gain value from this thing, from building rapport from this person, like, if somebody gives you value, you'll happily give them your money. It don't matter who it is. Like, if the value outweighs the money,
mhm.
people throw money to it. You know what I'm saying? That's how people make money. You know what I'm saying? By solving a problem. And that's how therapists do. You have a problem, they give you tools to solve it. And that's why a lot of people go, you know? Now, with this mentality that I am Aries is talking about, yeah, I have seen that a lot. Most people, like, a lot of people that I ran into in the South, they don't like therapists, they don't like the police, they don't like the hospital. Like, it's a whole mentality down here. Like, you got people who literally got gout in their big toe, and they like, I'll be all right. And it's like, sir, go to the hospital. Nah, these doctors just want to take your money. Yes, it's a service. They're getting paid to treat you. I mean, at the very least, even if you don't believe in a medical practice, you should at least go to see what they diagnose you with so that you can pray about it and let God fix it. But if you don't know what to pray about, you kind of leave. I mean, even if you don't believe in modern medicine, you kind of, like, are stuck. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, I get what you're saying.
I don't know.
I get
I
what you're
don't know.
saying.
I don't get the mentality of mediocrity. I don't get the mentality of just being good enough. I don't understand the mentality of people wanting to be losers their whole life and don't want to grow. I don't get it, bro. I really don't. I feel like God put us here to do stuff, and He wants us to excel at it and to be great at it. And anybody who's telling you that you can't be great at something, they're a loser, and they're probably jealous of you. Anybody who's saying, like, "Oh, you shouldn't do that because they just want to take your money," it's the man. Like, they're a loser, okay, and they're probably miserable with their life. So, like, stop hanging around all these losers that's keeping you confined into a box of nothingness, and go out here and achieve your greatness. Go out here and be great and make money and live your rich life. You know what I mean? Like, that's how people stay trapped and poor, by allowing people to put inside of their mind to plant seeds of this doubt and this mediocrity and this conformity. It's like, no, go be a free thinker, critically think, You know what I mean? Like, be great.
Mm-hmm.
Stop hanging around all these losers because they got you thinking like that is something wrong with bettering yourself. Like, you're literally paying for a tool. That's just like when you go out to eat. A lot of people go out to eat because they don't feel like cooking. They don't feel like doing the dishes. Like, I'm not gonna go to a restaurant and say this should be for free because I came to you and you bought the food, cooked the food, gave it to me. I don't have to do no dishes. Now it should be free. Like, no, they're offering you a service. You have to pay for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. Like, if somebody else is doing the work for you, you pay them for the service. Like, nothing is wrong with bartering out money for a good or a service. You should do that.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to live together. God made humans like, you know, sociable creatures. We need each other. Yeah, don't go to
Right.
therapy. Man, don't listen to them losers, bro. Unlock your mind. Maybe the therapist could give you an idea that'll be like $1 million or $1 billion idea. And you wouldn't even unlock it because you're so afraid to go to like therapy. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if like your riches lies in your mindset and the way that you perceive things and you're stuck? What if a therapist can help you unlock that? Wouldn't you be like grateful if that one conversation like turned you into like a super billionaire? All
Yeah.
because you wanted to
Yeah.
take a chance. But how would you
Yeah.
know if you never even took a chance? You see what I'm saying? Like, so like why are you I don't get it.
Mm. That's a great point. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I just feel like I would spend way more money doing nothing than actually getting something out of it than
you
fooling with a therapist.
people spend money on frivolous things all the time. Let me ask you
That's
something.
true.
Let
That's
me ask
true.
you something. Like, people waste thousands of dollars every month on frivolous things. So let me ask you something. They don't
But then
actually help them, right?
ain't them, man. Yeah.
Okay,
But
so
go
do
ahead.
you own like a video console?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have to pay any type of subscription with it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So some people argue that having a video console is like stress relief.
Right.
Would you agree with
Mm-hmm.
that? Okay.
Oh,
So
yes.
if I came
Lots.
to your house, if I came to your house and set your console on fire, would you then
Mm-hmm.
have a stress relief? Would you then be upset at me if I did that?
Yeah, I'd be upset at you. Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Hmm.
Because that's what I deem as my stress relief. That's where I feel
Okay.
like I go to get away from a lot of issues and problems. I can just go take it out on there real quick.
Right, because it brings value to you. So you ain't got no problem paying the
Right.
subscription, right? Because it brings value to you, right?
Right.
Okay. So what if I told you that you could do something that cost you less money, that brought you better value than that? Would you do that thing?
Uh,
It costs you less money than you're already paying now. And then it gave you
Probably.
better results than you're already getting right now. And on top of all that, it's less effort. Would you do that thing?
Yeah, I'll probably try it out just to see if it
And
actually
that's
some
all
truth
it
to
is.
it.
That's my point. You see what I'm saying? That's my point. People pay money for things that bring them value. So just because you don't see something as valuable, don't mean that it's not. Just because you hadn't tried it, don't mean that it don't exist, right? You'll have to try it first to see if it brings value to you, to see if you can use this thing. Like, so what's the mindset behind, oh, I don't want to try that. I've never done that. I don't want to try it. What's the mindset behind it if you don't even know if it works or not? You're literally just going off of he say, she say. That could be costing you millions of dollars.
That's true. I can understand where you're coming from.
That's
I
all
can
I'm
definitely
saying.
understand where you're coming from.
Why not get a therapist today in December of 25, right? As opposed to getting a therapist
Uh,
in December 26. And then
mm,
let's just say both scenarios, okay? One of them is a year later. And you meet a therapist and this therapist give you a multi-billion-dollar idea. And in 1 year, you make 3 million or something, right? And then the second
right.
year, you make 50 million. Okay. Now, if you started in 25, let's just say you came up on this in 26, but you had the opportunity to do it in 25, in December 25.
Mm-hmm.
That literally cost you $3 million. You could have been $3 million richer. You see what I'm saying? Like you losing money by being like
I,
ignorant.
I can see what you're saying. Like I can't like I mean I can follow you.
I mean, it's a
Uh,
hypothetical,
but that
so
but that would
it's
just
kind
have
of
to be
hard to follow.
because
But yeah,
yeah, because and back to what she said, back to what I am Aries said, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a mindset that you got to get out the way of, you know what I'm saying? And
it's a decision.
I ain't
It's
a,
not
I ain't
necessarily something
hundred
you got to
percent.
get out of the way of. Like people make decisions and choices all of the time. Like so, you just simply decide that you want to do something and then simply do it. Do whatever it takes to do it. Like that's how simple it is. Now, some people may say, "Oh, you're oversimplifying it." Yeah, that may be what I'm doing, but it's literally. I ain't saying it's easy, but it's definitely simple. Making a decision.
Yeah. Okay.
Dog, why I got an alarm going off at
I
night?
mean,
It's weird.
I can understand what you're saying though. I
Yeah, so
just
you
don't
should
know
think
if
about that. You should you should think about that and hopefully like seek out a therapist for this mindset that you're trying to overcome that could be costing you millions of dollars right now. You know, being stuck in your ways and afraid of your growth. Hmm.
I am
Hmm.
Aries said. That's what I am Aries said.
I don't know what she's saying. That was a incomplete sentence. I'm
Um,
sure she'll clarify in a moment.
I think
Oh,
she was
maybe she's
responding to
saying,
what I was saying.
yeah, maybe she was responding to that, saying that
Yeah.
you're just being stuck in your ways and afraid to grow. Well, and a lot of people are, and those people shouldn't date. Those people should be put on an island, isolated to themselves, and forced in cubicles until they become actual adults and not toddlers in adult bodies, affecting the rest of the dating pool. Because those of us who have grown, who have done the work, have to suffer with these adult toddlers who feel like who feel entitled to everything and everybody. And they're just children, just running rampant about, frolicking like little deer in a field, or more like little bucks in a field, ramming everything in sight and destroying the path that they're on and anything that's in front of it.
Yeah, rabbit, everything is like,
Yeah, that's
oh
why I
man.
changed it to books because that's what you guys do.
uh, mm,
Oh, let me see that over
mm.
there. You know, you done ruined a person now, and probably the rest of their lineage because of this left all this destruction in their wake. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Mm.
funny.
you. I just learned it to analogy. That was
You don't like it?
funny. Yeah, it was funny. It was funny. It was funny.
It was real.
Uh,
I meant that with every fiber of my being. Y'all need to be put on an island and left to yourselves so that the rest of us adults can do adult things and like actually like grow and become like, you know what I mean? Because it is a lot of people. Like I ran into this lady. She was, man, this lady was like, I went to a baby shower today, and it was a beautiful baby shower. Beautiful couple. They were, you know, expecting their first kid. Um, Married, young, vibrant, you know. And I
mhm,
was sat at this table next to this older lady who had drove like from New York,
mm,
and she had just, I think she was like from here, and she had just taken a trip and come back. And the reason I noticed is because she wouldn't stop talking about it. That and the fact that she was so hungry. And every other word that came out of her mouth was, when are they going to feed us? I came here to eat. And, you know, to the point where she was like asking, like, the mom to be like, when I finish this game, can I eat? You know, it was just, it was literally wild. And so, like, the whole time I'm sat next to this lady, I'm like chuckling. And she eventually, like, asked me, she's like, what's so funny? And I wanted, my first inclination was to tell her, because you're acting like a toddler. Only children don't know how to control themselves. Like, why are you so adamant about eating? Like, it's literally a rally's 2 minutes away, less than 120 seconds away from this place. Just leave and go eat. In which case, I did actually say the last part. I was like, you know, it's a rally's up the street. And she was like, yeah, but I don't want to leave. Ma'am, you're a child. Who's stopping you from leaving? Like, people like that, people who have no discipline,
mhm.
just every couple of seconds, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, ma'am, eat. I'm hungry, I'm hungry. Okay, you need a flight one way to this island that I'm talking about. Sat in a cubicle, so that you can learn like adult things. Like, that's not how you deal with things as an adult. Like, if you're hungry, either don't like tell everybody constantly,
Yeah.
or eat.
Or yeah. So
Am I
do
being
you
ridiculous?
believe? Nah, you don't think you're being ridiculous. So to not to what you said. I mean, this just me overanalyzing stuff. So um, because I'm gonna try to tie it into what you said, are we at a point to where people are too sensitive now, or have people always been this insensitive before?
Tell me what you think, because I got a lot to say about this. So you go first.
Um, I think it's a little both. I think we've always been insensitive. I just think it was hidden better earlier on in life. But I definitely think we've gotten to a point to where it's definitely too sensitive now. Because now you almost can't say a whole bunch of stuff to people or in general. If you pay attention to society, they making sure you can't say certain words verbally now. You got to um, be careful how you use them, how you say them, who you say them around, where you say them at. Like, so I definitely think as a society, we've definitely um, embarked into a very sensitive space. because we've been put on an island now to where you have to be very careful on what and how you say it. And just like on YouTube right now, it's certain words you can't say on YouTube that would trigger people or would trigger the algorithm. I put it that way. You know what I'm saying? So I think we definitely got too sensitive as a society. Um, and I think that has led to the society that we see now, because you put so many rules in place to where it hinders a lot of things. Um, yeah, yeah. So what you think?
So what was the question? Are people too sensitive now, or are they just what?
Or were we too insensitive before?
Hmm. Okay. So before what?
Just society before. Um, I don't know if you just want to throw a date or time out there. I don't know. Let's just say before the 20th century. You know what I'm saying? Before that.
Okay. Okay. Before the 20th century. Okay. So now, if you're talking about before the 20th century, like I feel like that kitchen was run by one grandma, not a soft grandma. I mean, we talking about Grandma Iron Hands McCulley, right? Who seasoned her collard greens with the tears of children, like like stirred this hot grits with this cast iron spoon that had been passed down from Moses, right? Stay with me. Because back
Which
then, whenever somebody said or did something rude, grandma didn't call it insensitive. She called it Tuesday, right? So she smacked folks in that generational spoon so fast that their soul would leave their body, see the future, and then come back just in time to say, yes, ma'am. Now, fast forward to today. That same
Mhm.
kitchen still exists, but Grandma Iron Hands done retired. And now the kitchen is run by Baby Chef Little Oat Milk. That's what we're gonna call it. Baby Chef Little Oat Milk, right? Who believes every vegetable has feelings and whispers affirmations to the carrots before making a salad. And now everybody's walking around in this padded oven mitts that they never burned anybody's emotions. And you can't even boil water without somebody going, excuse me, that steam felt aggressive. So what I'm really saying to answer your question, like, and the question was like, are people too sensitive now, or were they just too sensitive, insensitive before? So I feel like society used to think that emotional burns were just part of the recipe. If your feelings got hurt, then grandma told you to put some butter on it and to keep it stirring. Now we swung to the opposite extreme, where if someone even looks like they're preheating judgment, alarms go off like the smoke alarm detector just met the Holy Ghost. You feel what I'm saying? So neither
Yeah.
kitchen was perfect, but one gave you burn scars and the other gave you panic attacks over pasta water. So what I'm saying is the moral of the story is it's not really that people are too sensitive. Is that society finally realized, hey, maybe that cast iron skillet spoon shouldn't have been used on other people's self esteem. But at the same time, they're saying, like, maybe not every sprinkle of pepper is a personal attack. And now we're all just trying to cook in the middle with enough honesty to season the truth, but enough kindness not to saute each other's souls. That's how I feel. I know that's a lot.
Ah, you good. You good. You good. Okay.
If you missed it, what I'm saying is we weren't built differently back then. We're just getting hit with that emotional cast iron spoon so often that we didn't even realize feelings were supposed to come with like protective coatings. And so now folks grew up in Baby Chef Little Oat Milk's kitchen, and they think paprika counts as persecution. So I feel like we're adjusting, we're learning, and somewhere in between grandma and little oat milk, the sensitive chef, that we're gonna find a recipe that don't burn nobody. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, but
Are you sure? Because that was a lot.
but yeah, I get what you're saying, but I don't know if we will find a recipe that don't burn somebody because
Why? Because
either way you,
everybody is so sensitive.
yeah, that's that too. Because but either way you push it, I think it affects somebody a little bit more than the other.
And that might be true. It's just like right now it's a mixed pot.
Yeah,
Or it's the extreme of what it used to be. Like before, people could like walk into a wall and it don't phase them. You could literally hear the sound of iron clashing when somebody walk their shoulder hit a wall, right? It no effect. But now, like people walk into a wall, walking through a door frame and bump their shoulder and they have to be hospitalized for 50 days, you know. So there's definitely like an extreme difference in the mentality and like people's um temperament. There's no emotional maturity, and all of these people are affecting the dating pool, and they need to be put on an island and sat in a cubicle and forced to learn how to be an adult. I mean, strapped in, headphones, the whole nine, gadgets keeping their eyes open so they won't ever go to sleep, the whole nine.
yeah.
Does that answer your question?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. You answered my question. Yeah, I was just thinking. You know what I'm saying? I just be asking
You gotta
questions.
be creative with
But
what
like
you
I
say
said,
on YouTube because they'll cite you for anything. So
yeah, yeah. I ain't trying to get scrubbed. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate you for trying to make sure you said it the right way. Appreciate you for that. Uh, so let me see.
do you
Like
feel
I said, we
like
just it's just
you're
go ahead.
sensitive?
Um,
I'm saying like as a person in society, do you feel like you're more sensitive to the things around you than say like your parents were?
yeah, but only because I have to be. Because society has changed so much, or
Yeah, I feel like this.
or how we act in society, or how we are able to act in society has changed so much. Put it that way.
Yeah,
So
because like I feel like when I was coming up, my generation got so desensitized so quickly. You know what I mean? Like every day it was something crazy going on when I was coming up, like in the world.
yeah,
Wars, rumors of wars, like people flying planes into buildings, like, you know, folks getting held hostage, like all kind of crazy stuff, right? And like these things were like being plastered all over the screen, and it was like, oh, I feel bad for them, and then tomorrow it's like, oh, I also feel bad for them, and then the next day it's like, oh, I feel bad for them, So it got to the point where it became so normalized to where we got desensitized, and I don't think my generation like really cares about real people anymore because like of the internet, because like you don't see people trying to help folks anymore. Like when you see a person on the side of a road, like a baby, a woman with a baby in the rain, like nobody pulls over anymore. You know,
shoot, no,
people
you
walk.
think you think it's a setup now. I mean, shoot, you know, that's how they be setting up people now to kidnap them or rape them or whatever it may be. You know what
Oh,
I'm
you can't
saying? So
say that
you
word.
really don't know.
Grape.
Yeah, great. Yeah, yeah. My bad. Good catch. Yeah. So you really don't know what to or when to be helpful. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so much. evil, if we want to say that, out here in today's world.
Yep. And that right there is why folks be taking folks' husband. Right there. I
What?
don't agree with it, but I understand it.
What you mean taking folks' husband? Hold on, we ain't gonna act like he just didn't say that now. We gonna slide right back through that now. What you mean taking folks' husband?
I mean, think about it. Like, if you don't, well, I don't, like I said, I don't agree with this and I don't condone this, but I understand, like, why some women do it, right? Like, they be like, oh, well, he looks safe. She happy. Just take what she got, right? Dudes be the same way. Oh, well, he look happy. She look great. Let me just take what this guy has, and then I won't have to start over because everything else look like danger. You know what I'm saying? Like, they not gonna talk to a lady at the bar because that's too much work. They wanna talk to their homeboy, oh girl, oh lady, because
Okay.
they done heard so much through the grapevine by her. They like, oh yeah, that'll be perfect for me. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because like society has, I feel like that's a part of it. Like society has made everything unsafe, right? And so like people want to go with familiarity, and people still talk. Like people play spades all the time, or go out and hang out, have lunch, and then they be talking about their significant other, and then other people be like, "Ooh, yeah," you know. That's why, because I blame the media. I know that sounds like a fallacy, but I do.
Is it really a fallacy? Is it? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And to me, it don't even seem like it the way stuff is happening. It seems like a
right.
setup.
I mean, I can't be mad at you for thinking it. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, with everything going on. But like you said, at the end of the day, you can't condone it neither. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh no, I absolutely don't condone it. I'm just saying like this is why so many other bad things is happening. It's like a byproduct of the things that we see. You see what I'm saying? Like society is so bad as
yeah,
a whole now. People want to be safe, and the only way that they can feel safe is like, let me get them before I get got. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Everybody don't think like that, but a lot of people do, and those people need to be put on an island
there we go. It was the island,
and sat in a cubicle,
yeah.
restrained
Yeah,
until they learn how to be adults.
till they learn.
Yeah, graduation and everything. God, show me the paperwork
That you done graduated. You done
that you
made it
didn't
through this 12
graduate.
step program.
Yeah, that you didn't came off the island, and
Yeah.
we just call them the island dwellers. Oh yeah, I used to be an ex-island dweller. That's how you know they had problems in the past. You know.
Mhm. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. I don't know. I agree with you on that. You know, I ain't gonna necessarily say I agree with them being on the island by themselves.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
sat
saying?
on the island, sat in the cubicle, restrained until they learn how to be an adult. Taught every day, just nonstop schooling. Gadgets holding their eyeballs open so that they can learn.
Mm, okay. Hmm.
Can't sleep on adult
That's
school.
that's bad. Can't sleep
Maybe,
on the duck
maybe,
school.
yeah, maybe like the US should be more like China in the way that they don't give their kids options. They tell them what to do and then they show them freedom later. They like in Asian culture, they like choose all of the things for their kids. Like here in American culture, we like ask the kids, "Hey, do you want to play baseball? Do you want to fence? Do you want to be a track star? Do you want to play football? Do you want to be a cheerleader?" But over there, they're like, you're going to study to be a lawyer. You're going to study to be a doctor. You're going to study to, and granted that like both ways have like pros and cons to it. But I feel like it makes better adults when you kind of like put the expectation there first, because children tend to rise to the expectation and they wind up being better adults. They might have like weird fetishes later, but they can pay their own bills when they become adults and they're not like leeching off of people. They know how to take a bath and be emotionally mature. Yes, I have met adults who don't want to bathe.
What?
Yes,
Whoa, that's different.
that's a thing. That's a thing.
Um, yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. Not adults that don't want to bathe. Uh, yeah, that's a whole different ball game.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, thanks for having me on the
So,
podcast.
where you going? Where you going?
To sleep.
You gotta go. You gotta go. I understand. Yeah, I was just trying to catch a vibe tonight, see if anybody was gonna tap in, anybody gonna jump on. You know what I'm saying? I was just popping out. It's Kickback Sunday, so you see what I'm saying. So just whatever anybody want to talk about, we was gonna talk about it. So.
How do you feel about the dating pool right now?
Whew, shoot, the dating pool right now is scary.
What
It's
make you say
scary.
that?
Because there's so many factors into it. Because for a man and a woman, you almost got to be you got to be extra careful. Because just be honest, we have these sex changes going on now, so we have to be extra cautious with that. And then you got to determine now. The dating pool now is different from what it used to be. So now you gotta date somebody. You gotta figure out what dynamic that they're coming into or that they're being accustomed to. You know what I'm saying? Because some dynamics are men handle a lot of stuff at first. Men pay on the date. Men pick me up. Men bring me flowers. Some of these women they done switched the bucket now. Some of these women pay on first dates.
Mm,
Some of
I
them
was
bring
finna say
flowers.
it.
Some of them pick them up, and then some of them now you got to go half and half. I don't hear people say, "Oh, if I'm just freshly dating somebody, then we splitting the bill the first few times to see if we even want to still see each other." You know what I'm saying? You pay for your meal, I pay for mine, till we know that we actually want to make this work or explore it further. You know what I'm saying? So the dating pool is scary. Um, and I feel like a lot of them out there now is playing a lot of games, back and forth games with people in relationships and exes, because they are scared to move on because they've been in this particular relationship for so long, or in this routine with this particular person for so long, and they tend to just get out here, play for a minute, and then go right back to their ex.
Is that what you do?
You know what I'm saying? Nah, that ain't what I do.
What do
Um,
you do?
I date with a purpose. So
What
if I'm
purpose?
dating, my purpose is I'm dating for a wife. Like I don't just date just to be dating. Because if
Oh,
I
that's
just
good.
want date to date, I can just be single and just to be dating to have fun. But no, I mean I date for a wife. 'Cause, I mean I'm from the South. You know what I'm saying? So I got that. I'm really big on family. You know, so
I'm
that's my.
saying, but with the mindset that you be saying, like, what woman? You okay? You need some water? You need some milk?
Yeah, go rock out. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. And hit
Are
that
you
like button,
okay?
please. Hit that like button. Hit that like button while we're in the building. Or please hit the like button on your way out of the building. Please hit that like button. Um, subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment. Uh, share the live with somebody that you know, so that they may share with somebody they know. They may share with somebody they know. Let's run it up. You know what I'm saying? We on our way to 50 subs. Appreciate everybody for what they've done. So far, we at 45 right now. We on our way. Appreciate it. We're gonna keep trying to run this thing up. All right, back to what you're saying there. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, and the link is pinned in the chat. If you want to come up, the link is pinned. Okay. Yeah, link pinned in the chat. Link is pinned in the chat. If you want to come up, you can come up. We can rock out. It is what it is. Let's go. Kickback Sunday. And what you saying? With my mindset on how I talk. What you say?
I mean, you just sounded so upset when I said that. So I don't know if I want to continue.
Nah.
You just let out like this grave exacerbation. Like it was the worst question in the world. Like
no, no, not. I mean, and I ain't gonna sit here and act like one thing about me. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I have the greatest or the best mindset on every situation that comes to dealing with a man in a relationship. Nah. But
I'm glad you understand that.
Yeah. I ain't sitting there like that, but I do try to be a good man. I do try to be as thoughtful as kind.
What
genuine,
constitutes a good man to
loving.
you?
I don't know. Really.
What?
With me being a good man is me being respectful to the woman, me handling business, me respecting her. What else? Me actually being able to lead her. Being able to protect her and keep her. And when I say keep her, I'm saying keep her to a point that hopefully to where I keep her at a point of peace. You know. And just being able to provide and protect for her and lead her in a direction that's this God sent, you know. So yeah, that's what I think I'll top of my head. Oh, I am Aries. The dating pool is scary. Nobody wants to date for the sake of getting to know a person. They strictly want to know what you bring to the table or if you want a freak section. Whew. Okay. Great point. I am Aries. Great point. I truly agree with you on that. Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm trying to see
you
how
said you said you're a good man. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, you don't think I'm a good man?
Well, I don't know you.
Oh, look, I'm just saying because you kept hopping on that, so I was just trying to make sure because you sound like there was a
you
problem
keep talking
for me saying
okay,
I'm a good man. So
okay, hear me out. Let me cook.
Cook
Wow. Then. Okay. Ooh, don't
what you
say
cooking?
That now.
What you cooking?
So the way you be talking about the lady that you with, it sounds like she a woman of purpose. And for you to say that you a good man, it just, I don't know if I should say my opinion out loud.
Hey, say what you want to say. Hey, we no judge over here. Everybody where they leave their feelings at the door when the shop is open.
This wouldn't be my opinion, but I
It
would say
wouldn't
a
be?
good man without spiritual depth. Nope. I feel like he still
Okay.
can destroy a cowed woman. Like a
Mm,
kind man who lacks revelation can still mislead you as a woman.
that's true.
And a supportive man who lacks spiritual maturity can still hold your destiny hostage. A respectful man who has no spiritual backbone can still become the doorway to warfare, because when we're talking about marriage, it's not just two bodies becoming one, it's two spirits becoming one, it's two callings intertwining, it's two destinies merging, it's two altars joining. So
Mm,
I don't feel like a
okay, I agree.
woman, like, you don't just marry his personality, you marry his prayer life. You know, as a woman, you marry his spiritual history, you marry his conviction, his strongholds, his discipline, his weakness, his family altars, his demons, his silence, his inability to carry you spiritually. And so a lot of times, like, you could be a good man and still be spiritually blind. You could be a good man and still unable to defend your home from warfare. You could be a good man and still unequipped as a husband. You know, that sounds like a baby Christian. It's like, and a baby Christian is not a bad man. He just an unprepared man, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So if you're talking to a woman with calling can't marry a good man. She got to marry a growing man, because a good man can love your personality but mishandle your purpose. A good man can adore you emotionally but mislead you spiritually. A good man can enjoy you physically but weaken you mentally. A good man can affirm you privately but expose your battles publicly. Like, she would need more than goodness. She would need alignment. She would, I don't know. It just, I don't know. I done seen women marry good men and later on those same men become burdens. Not because they're evil, but because they never matured spiritually. They became husbands without ever becoming disciples, you know? And they became these fathers without ever becoming spiritual leaders. And they became providers without ever becoming protectors. And they became partners without ever becoming priests of the home. Because the Bible say, the man is the head of a household, it's the priest of the home, right?
Right.
So now the woman is raising the children and running the home and handling the welfare and covering the husband and carrying the emotions and praying until she's drained because she married a boy with a beard. And the Bible don't call a purpose woman to do that. It quite literally tells you to run away from men who are like that. Like, that's why I say, like, be equally yoked, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts on that, but
I see.
I wish you the best.
Do you? Okay. Okay. Men are not being men, at least in my experience. I keep running into little boys who just want to play.
Right. And that's all they want to do. They think it's a playground. They think, this is fun time. Like, I'm out here, woo woo woo. They playing in their 20s, they playing in their 30s, they playing in their 40s, they playing in their 50s. And then now when they in the wheelchair and they got diabetes and they got gout in their big toe and they got hypertension and they on dialysis in their 60s and 70s. Now they're like, all right, I'm ready to settle down and be married. It's like, no, sir, you don't want a wife, sir. You want a caregiver, because you're so unhealthy now because you need to take care of yourself during your so-called bachelor years, because you was out here catching all the STDs and eating all the hamburgers and never washing your clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like,
He
you're
said,
a
"Watch your
child with
clothes."
money. Yes. Like what? I've been running across dudes they don't even have BO. It be the clothes they wearing because they wore that 3 days in a row. That same shirt. Just came home, threw it on the ground, walked past it, and then before they walked out, picked it up and put it back on again. Shirt been in the same spot all night, on the floor next to the door. Some dudes do that with underwear and socks, bro. And these the bachelors that's driving in like the Lexus Ferraris. You know what I'm saying? Like these people not taking care of themselves. They don't know how to be adults, but they're in the dating pool. Spreading this foot fungus from these 15-day-old socks that you ain't never changed, that you take a shower and then put them back on without washing them. And you could smell it. Like, you ever stand next to somebody and they smell like a locker room? And they not a coach on the football team? Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I must be talking to myself.
Yeah.
Right,
I mean, I hear you. I think the worst I've smelled was I think I used to work with a dude that I think, I don't know this for sure because I never physically asked him, verbally asked him, what was his mindset with it. But I think he, because you got some people that believe in just BO. They don't believe in deodorant, perfume, cologne, you know what I'm saying, lotion, stuff like that. They believe in just straight BO. You know what I'm saying? So this person used
and
to
it's
be,
fine when you use soap and hot water and
but
detergent.
just no, that's still not fine because even if you use soap and hot water, you don't put deodorant on, and you go physically work, you is still gonna get musty.
Yeah. Okay.
And it must still gonna stink. You know what I'm saying? So that's still not fine. But I used to work with a guy that I'm talking about literally 8:30 in the morning, smell like a bag of onions. And it's like,
So you understand what women going through.
Yeah, and we would talk about it, not just per se to him, but it would be in a group setting and be like, okay, BO is very important. People need to make sure they're taking a bath at that. And this person used to literally say to me, "Who we talking about?" Because I want to know, because it can't be me, because I take baths every day. So either you ain't taking a bath and you lied, or you just ain't putting on deodorant and you just believe in the natural odor. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I'm saying. And that's how these dudes be coming into these relationships. Quite literally, that's the greatest metaphor. Like dudes be coming into this relationship like, oh, I took a bath, but I ain't putting no deodorant on. And I ain't saying like, I'm saying metaphorically, that's how unkept they be. Like spiritually. Oh yeah, I woke up this morning, but I ain't read the Bible. That's just like taking a bath every day and not putting on deodorant. It's like, who protecting you, dude? Your house ain't got no protection from all this stuff out here we can't see. And you want me to lay with you. You want to be in a relationship with you. You want me to intertwine the life that I have built, protecting myself from all this bad stuff from happening. And you want me to just throw it away just like that? It's equivalent to like, you got an STD and I know you got a life-changing STD that could kill me within months. And you want me to sleep with you? It's the same thing. That's how these people be. They be like, yeah, I do. I want you to sleep with me. It's okay. I got HIV, but it's okay. You can sleep with me. Raw dog it. And it's like, what? Are you daft? Why would I knowingly agree to that? Why would I agree to that at all? Even if I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
bro, I'm telling you, that's how they be coming out. All these people need to be put on an island, sat in a cubicle, and forced to learn how to become an adult. Because none of this stuff makes sense.
Some of it don't. Now, some of it don't. Like you, like what in the world is
I
going
disagree.
on?
None of it makes sense. I disagree immediately. Not a molecule of any of this makes sense. Not a molecule of it.
So okay, I got two ladies on the panel right now. Okay, I am Aries is in the chat. Uh, JNYG Studio is on the panel. So, quick question: why do you feel like, um, if you see in the social media or just almost out in public too, why do y'all feel like we are seeing more and more of less clothing on women nowadays?
They don't have the fear of God inside of them. It's ignorance. That's why. Social media is pushing a certain image, bad bees and Instagram baddies or whatever are a thing. They make a lot of money. Instagram baddies is making like anywhere from 10 grand to 50 grand to 200 grand a month. And people like the way that sound. And so they trying to, but it's ultimately they don't have any identity, because if they did and they read, then they'll get dealt with quickly. Because the Bible tells us how a man should look, how a man should dress, and the Bible tells us how a woman should look and how a woman should dress. You can be sexy and modest at the same time. You don't have to be skimpy. It's an allure. You know what I mean? The dudes do the same thing. They call it thirst trapping. Like walking outside with no shirt on, with chains on their neck, with like a open jacket, you know, showing off their little 6 pack, wearing these little what do they call them, like gray jogger pants. They got different colors now, showing the print. You know what I mean? Like, it's a thing. And all these people are doing the same thing. It's that's the lust spirit running rampant. Because sex sells. It makes a lot of money. That's all it is.
Hmm. Okay. I mean, I was just wondering because we're starting to see more and more of it now, and it's like
What do you think it is?
I just think a lot of women that does it, especially for the ones that does it on the internet pool. I feel like they feel like that's the only way they can go viral or get some attention, or either you seeking attention from
Why are you
something
seeking
from
attention
somewhere
though?
else.
Why are you seeking attention?
That means because you're not getting where you want to get it from, so now you're seeking it from
I'm
elsewhere.
saying that's what I'm saying, but why, where, and why would they want the attention in the first place? Why do you think a girl would want attention? Any girl.
Some of them wanted to feel validated in themselves.
Okay, stop.
Some of self
Stop
esteem is
right there.
low.
Right. Why are girls' self-esteem low? Why do they need validation? Where does that come from?
That come from self, then, or it come from or it
Validation?
come from being. No, I'm saying you saying why would they need? Well, yeah, validation come from wanting it from yourself because your self esteem is low only because maybe you've been bullied or maybe you've been talked about, or maybe you perceive yourself to be a certain way, so you feel some type of way about it. So now you
Okay, now
seeking.
stop. Stop. Who helps you when you come home as a child and you're being bullied? If you've ever had anybody to help you, who is usually the one who builds you up?
I
Hmm?
mean, back in my day, it wasn't considered bullying, so I don't
Okay,
know, and
so
I've
when
never
somebody
had to
hurts your
deal with it
feelings
honestly.
as a child, when somebody hurts your feelings as a
Yeah,
child, and you come home and you tell somebody,
I never told anybody. Because what I'm saying in my day and time, it was just you suck it up and you go on.
Where did you learn that though?
It was,
Where did you learn to suck it up? So if nobody
wasn't
told you
considered
that,
bullying.
where did you learn to suck it up at? Where did you learn it?
I learned that at home from my parents.
Okay, there we go. So what we just learned is that whether if a child comes home, they feel like their feelings hurt, they either talk about it or they don't. In either case, they learn how to deal with these problems where? At home. Whether it be from your parents or whoever raised you or whatever. They learn these things, right? So could we safely assume that the home of where a child is raised, in which a child, the environment in which a child is raised, is why people grow up to be adults who do these type of things? Can we safely assume that?
I guess we can, but that would,
Okay.
but that would only feed into that they didn't get the attention that they felt like they needed as a child. Then too.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
A parent should be course correcting this thing. You see what I'm saying? They got daddy issues. Period. Whether you want to look at this spiritually or naturally, they got daddy issues. Because a father is the leader of the household. A father enforces the rules. So if mommy comes home and says, you should be doing this and you should be doing that, don't let me tell your father. The father comes home and be like, oh, you're not doing that thing that your mother said that you're supposed to do. You see what I'm saying? Like, the father, he's the head. They got daddy issues.
Right.
Period. Whether you want to see it spiritually, as in they don't know our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, or if you want to see it naturally. Either way it go, identity comes from God. They don't have it. They don't understand the identity. That's why they're doing it. Like, that's why it doesn't bother them. Because some people know the right thing to do and they still don't do it. That's called stupid. Some people simply just don't know. That's ignorance. That's dumb, right? That's literally the definition of a dumb person. You just simply don't know. But you can fix a dumb person, right? Knowledge fixes ignorance. But you can't fix stupid because they're doing it on purpose, right? So I just wanted to lay that out real quick before I move forward. So if you have people, a lot of people, who are dumb, and then those dumb children grow up to become adults, what are we going to have? Dumb adults. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So because there's so many dumb people mixed in with stupid people, it's kind of hard to like live life right now. For those of us who actually have learned and like who want to become something and do something. And I hate to sound like, I'm not trying to say I'm better than nobody. I'm just saying some stuff is just, we know it's dumb. We know it's dumb. Like, we know that being outside in 20-degree weather with a miniskirt on is dumb. For a myriad of reasons. But people do it. Right?
Yeah, they do. They definitely do it now.
They doing it for that money. They
That
doing it
mundane.
because, yeah, they're mundane. Them duckies, it pay them. They might say, oh, Miss Studio, you're a hater because I'm making $1 million a month. And to them, I'm going to say, well, go ahead, make your money, boo-boo. Make your money. Enjoy it while you can. It's hot where you're going.
That's what you're going to say?
Yep.
That's the problem. Nobody has addressed the issue with him. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Miss I am Aries. I'm sorry. Yeah. I know what you were
Address the issues with who?
I think she was talking about the guy, when I was talking about the guy that I worked with that was smelling a certain way. Or maybe she's talking about the men in general, you know what I'm saying? because you were talking about men be like that too. So maybe she was just saying each individual man. That's the problem. Nobody has addressed the issue with that particular person. That's why they.
I ain't gonna say
Bring
nothing
it
to
to
an
your
adult.
point.
I'll say something to a child. I'm not gonna say nothing to an adult because that might be how they live in their life. You got people out here who are like Puritans. You got people out here who are hippies. You got people out here who are tree huggers, and it's just the lifestyle that they chose. And if they want to walk around here funky, with all this bacteria on the top of their epidermis, just don't touch me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get sick with you. You can live your life over there, and I live my life over here, and I won't judge you. You know what I'm saying? Live your life. Do you, boo. I only have a problem when people try to like impose whatever it is onto me. And it's not true. They can't prove that it's true to me. You know what I'm saying? Like if you could prove to me that what you're saying is true, I don't have a problem with changing my mindset about any particular thing. But if you come to me spewing out all this nonsensical bullcrap, and this is just like pure opinion, I don't want to hear that. You ain't got no facts. You ain't got no basis behind it. We got a problem now. And I'm not finna do that to other people. I don't really care. If it's not true and I can't prove it, I'm not finna go and like ruin somebody's day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if it is true and I can prove it, I'm gonna point you to the proof. I'm gonna try to correct you, with love. If you don't want to hear it, then I did my job. We ain't got nothing else to say.
Yeah,
A
my
real
coach
adult will
was-
just be like, okay, I heard you. And then they'll just walk off. Like children argue and stuff. What do you mean? And all this other type of stuff. You can either hear it or not hear it. Like, it's your choice. Like, you got free will. You could leave. I'm not finna chase you. I just want to do my part. Because the Bible say, like, we don't have to offend people when it ain't got nothing to do with their salvation. But when it does have something to do with their salvation, I'm literally obligated to let people know. Like, hey, that's wrong. Or the Bible says that I'll be counted as the same as them if I just don't say anything. So that's the only reason that I would say something. It's not that I want to say something, it's that I have to. It's literally my job. Righteously, right?
Right.
But if it ain't got nothing to do with their salvation, like, oh, you eating spaghetti. Like, I hate spaghetti. I don't like spaghetti. Anytime I go out to a restaurant and a waiter or a waitress or a hostess or something, they give me a suggestion on the menu, I always ask them, do they eat spaghetti? And if they eat spaghetti, then I don't take their suggestion because we don't got the same taste palette. And every single time I took somebody's suggestion and they ate spaghetti, I hated the dish. So I have learned to ask people, do you eat spaghetti? And people think it's a random question, but every single time it tend to work for me. So I'm not going to say, ew, you eat spaghetti. I hate this suggestion. I'm just going to say, thank you very much. And then proceed to order something completely different than what they said. That's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to tell you you're stupid or dumb or anything like that. We're going to keep it classy. We're going to keep it non-confrontational. We're going to keep it kind, because that's your prerogative. But if you out here graping somebody, you know what I'm saying? And I walk past the alleyway and I see a gang of dudes graping a girl. I'm going to stop and do everything in my power to get them off of her. Because that's wrong. It got something to do with their salvation. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, or else I'll be counted a rapist in the eyes of the Father. If I just walk past. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I definitely see what you're saying on that. Shoot. Well, yeah. So, hey, that's tough. Man. I think I done ran out of stuff to talk about. Yeah. I think I'm gonna get ready to get off. Hope y'all tap back in tomorrow. I think I got some good lines set up for tomorrow. You know, during the week we go with titles. So on the weekend it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate y'all tapping in though in the studio. Appreciate you coming up. I am Aries. Please appreciate you for staying in the chat most of the night. All the night, whichever one it was. Appreciate you. Appreciate your comments. Thank y'all for tapping in. Hopefully I see y'all tomorrow night too. Hopefully I'll be back in this thing tomorrow night. I think I got some good titles coming that'll generate good opinions, good conversation, good dialogue. You know what I'm saying? So, Miss Studio, you got anything else you want to say before we get up out of here to the people?
Yes, I do actually.
Rock out.
So, all right, I'm hopping off, y'all, and y'all be blessed, be safe, and don't let nobody hit you with the cast iron spoon energy tonight. Y'all keep growing, keep laughing, and keep being kind to people, because this world actually need it. All right, love y'all. Bye.
Appreciate her for that. So, like I said, we can get up out of here. This will Kickback Sunday. This is what we're gonna try to. I try to change the name on Sunday. It's what it's gonna be from now on. I think for a little while anyway. Kickback Sunday, where we just come and try to catch a good vibe and try to chill and laugh, and just kind of enjoy each other. Because everybody brings something different to the table. You feel me? So that's the whole point in the sector that I'm trying to build. Is just let people come be who they are and just have fun in being who you are. So like I always say before we get up out of here, you got somebody you love, go tell them, go see them, go talk to them, go spend time with them, because what someone is going through today, it can very well be you tomorrow. Please hit that like button on the way out. Please hit that share button on the way out. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Hey, tap in. You know what I'm saying? Mississippi sector, we're going to try to run this up. A road to 50 subs. That's where we at. That's where we going. So, hey, with that, appreciate y'all. Talk greasy. Hey, we out. Y'all be blessed and stay up. Come back now. You hear me? Come back.